Hi everyone, in this video I will be analyzing the new Tier 6 Risian Luxury Cruiser coming in this year's summer events, or Lohlunat Festival, and then following that I'm going to do an analysis of the new items that are coming in this festival. So yeah, let's get to it. So let's start with visuals. So this ship is very special to me because the T5 version was the very first event ship that I got when I first started playing in 2014, and therefore I've been heavily anticipating this one, and also I use it for my Space Battleship Yamato build, theme build, which you may have seen if you watch my videos. So let's compare visuals. So in terms of if it looks like an ocean ship, this one looks slightly less like an ocean ship compared to the T5 version, which is a lot more bulbous and, well, taller. But it still does look like an ocean ship, so that's nice. In terms of the deflector dish, which from the stream, this is the deflector dish. So this is a better position, for me anyways, for my Space Battleship Yamato build, where I can fire the wave motion gun directly from the bow, instead of on the T5 version where it's on the keel. So that's a nice improvement. Alright, so let's look at the stats. So Tier 6, manufacturing. You can use it as soon as you complete the tutorial. A hull modifier of 1.38. That's pretty good. So this ship is a fast ship, a light cruiser, so to speak. A good shield modifier of 1.1, so that's pretty average for a cruiser. The average for a cruiser is actually 1.0, so this is slightly better. 4-4 weapon combination or configuration, so that's pretty normal. 4 device slots, that's also normal for cruisers. In terms of bridge officer slots, Lieutenant Commander Tactical, so that gives you some nice tactical power. 1 Ensign Engineer, could be better. Commander Engineer, that's pretty standard. Lieutenant Science, yeah. And Lieutenant Commander Universal Temporal Operative. So the improvement over the T5 is that this used to be just a Lieutenant, but that's pretty normal for T5 to T6 conversions. But the other issue is Temporal Operative. So Temporal Operative is highly specialized for EPG builds, science builds mostly. So why it's on a cruiser is pretty weird. If I'm going to build anything with this type of ship, a cruiser with a Temporal Operative seat, I would actually ignore all that and just use regular abilities for that. So from what I understand from the stream last night, the higher ups in Cryptic demanded that they want a ship with temporal seating this year. And because they've been releasing so many 32nd century Season 3 Discovery ships, which for lore and canon reasons cannot have temporal operative, this is where it got slapped on. So you could say that this ship got the short end of the stick, which is somewhat unfortunate, but it's a free ship, we can't really complain. So for consoles, it's 3 tactical, 5 engineering, and 3 science. So this is a disadvantage compared to the T5 version. So when you upgrade that to T5U, the T5 is 4 tactical, 5 engineering, 2 science. So that one has a slight advantage for weapon builds. So but based on how this ship is designed, it's going somewhat for energy and EPG hybrid build, which is not exactly the best idea, but it's a possible playstyle. It's fun, I'll give it that. And okay, so base turn rate of 10, nice. This ship can move pretty fast. Impulse modifier 0.16 compared to 0.15 on most cruisers. Inertia of 40 based on the average of 30 and 20 for most cruisers. 10 shield power and 10 weapon power. So again, this is contradictory to what you should be trying to do with the ship, which again is high weapon power balanced out with relatively high auxiliary power. But yeah, we'll look at the console in a second. And it has a solar sail quantum slipstream drive. So while at warp, and also when you activate abilities like rock and roll, the ship will engage solar sails. And the quantum slipstream drive for this increases regular from 30 seconds to 60-second burn, which is similar to, for example, the advanced quantum slipstream drive available on Odyssey cruisers. But this, while being faster than the regular slipstream, is slower than the one available on the Odyssey and other ships that have the advanced drive, and is also slower than Miracle Worker ships. It does have the RXS registry name prefix, so that's available to be used. So Risian experimental ship, I think it's called. And the rest is just regular to all cruisers. And here's the Admiralty stats if you're interested. So now looking at the Soliton wave generator, the console. So works similarly to the T5 version. It pulls enemies towards you, damages them, and then releases a huge wave that again damages them, and then gives you a boost to turn rate and speed. And here it says the passive is it increases current and max shield subsystem power and reduces recharge times for temporal operative bridge officers. According to what they've shown on the stream, this is wrong, and I will be showing a picture of that in a second. But I don't understand the disconnect between the article and the real stats on the ship. And this time it does not say stats are subject to change, so come on guys. This is not okay. But anyways, leisurely pace. So this trait, it boosts exotic power, EPG, and control every 5 seconds for a total of 4 stacks. So at 20 seconds you're getting max stacks. And this only activates when your throttle is below 25 or at 25%, so 1/4 impulse power, or you're running, or you're fully stopped, or you're reversing. So it applies only for those states. The problem with that is when you're in battle, most would recommend you to be moving. And at 25%, that's very slow, and your defense is going to be low. You're going to get hit much more often. But I suppose if you're the kind of player who just parks and launches abilities, this could be useful to you. And now here, keep in mind it says bonus. We'll look at the picture of this in a moment. But so further on with this is that every 5 seconds, this effect can only trigger every 5 seconds. Once you have a stack, you can cause enemies, only 5 foes around you, for 5 kilometers to suffer a debuff to flight speed and outgoing damage. So you're going slow, you can make people around you also go slow. Enemies. Your allies won't be affected by this, as far as I understand. And yes, the debuff is also increase of more stacks. So the problem with this is that you would not usually want to activate your abilities, well, control abilities every 5 seconds, compared to doing it all at once and destroying your target right then and there. So this is a very rare trait. I personally would not recommend using this. There are much better EPG traits out there, but again, this is a free trait, so if you have nothing better, it's an option. Or if you're just trying to fill up slots. So now I'm going to move on to pictures I captured from the stream so we can get a slightly more analysis over these two items. Okay, so this is a screenshot I grabbed from the stream. It's showing the stats for leisurely pace. So same thing, but here it shows plus 15 EPG and plus 15 control. It's not bonus. It's just a regular improvement, and it's not even a percentage improvement. So this is actually relatively weak. Again, furthering the argument that this trait is not that useful. But now we're looking at the console, the enhanced Soliton wave generator. So you can see all these stats. So basically the way I describe them. And it is part of the set bonus with the consoles available from previous Risian ships. So here you can see it shows plus 3 current maximum shield power subsystem. So that's right. But then it's plus 6.3% critical severity with exotic damage. So that's not the same as the article, but this is actually better in my opinion, because if you're doing EPG builds, some nice critical severity is a very good boost. And finally, this is a picture from my Yamato build on my T5. And you can see that it has 4 tactical slots compared to 3 on the new version. So I don't know why, but I suppose if you want to do some balance hybrid builds, this works relatively well. So before I move on to the new items, there's one thing I need to clarify. Based on the analytics on my channel, less than 20% of you viewers are actually subscribed to me. So that actually kind of hurts my self-confidence. But anyways, if you haven't smashed that subscribe button, please do so. Alright, so now looking at the new items, and this is called a Transcendent Summer. So we've covered the ship. You're going to get the new Stembolt baseball uniform. So if you're into baseball, cool. I mean, baseball's not that big in my country, so I don't really care. But yeah, it's an option for you if you want that. There's new Disco and Choo Choo t-shirts. So Disco as in from the t-shirts that some of the crew on the Starship Discovery wore, so that's nice if you're into that. And the Choo Choo for the Choo Choo dancing segment inside Star Trek Lower Decks. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So moving on, power boards pictured, colored in the new Stembolts colors, as well as a vanity shield. So if you're into those, get those. There's a new universal kit module called, Tsunami Generator, so you can create a wave. That's pretty sweet, actually. But the issue, again, with these articles is there's no numbers. I can't judge whether or not this is a good kit module or not unless I know how much damage it does. Just like, even give me what it does at MK12, which is pretty standard for most items. But anyways, launches a huge wave, smashes everything in front of you, and it knocks down creatures and injures them, has a chance to temporarily disable electronic devices such as turrets and drones. Okay, that's not bad. But again, I would like some numbers. So I can't really judge that at the moment. There's a new Risian Volcanology kit module. So what's special about this is, okay, first it's universal, so any career can use them. And it provides a rebreather functionality, so you can replace this instead of having your rebreathers if you're going into a toxic environment. So this does not let you cover places where you need an EV suit, but it's a rebreather, so you can use those, for example, on Alachi ships. And it gives you immunity to fire. So this is big. You're immune to fire damage. So basically, you're immune to Admiral Lita in Assault in Terok Nor, for example. So this kit module, I'll definitely have to look at the stats when this actually releases on July 1st. But wow. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. This is very interesting. There's the Transcendent Caracol if you're into collecting these kind of pets. Seems like the tail's been cut off, but okay. And then the Transcendent Tribble, which gives you increase to a passive small bonus to resist and to throw off any abilities that can control you. So if you're going against targets that have a lot of control abilities, this could help, but as with most Tribble enhancements, it's not actually very much. But yeah, that's pretty much it for these 2 articles and my analysis of them. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and ring the notification bell to be notified of future videos. Helps out the channel quite a lot, and it's free, so why not? Also, you can contribute to my Patreon if you want to. Link in the description, where you will also find membership, and my Discord server, where you can speak to fans and myself directly. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye!